Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. Back at it again. And again, I've brought my list here with me because I seem to forget all information. I seem to blank out on anything I'm talking about, or I just start thinking of space and just random things, random topics. It gets dicey in here. It gets dicey. My mind wanders. The ADD kicks in. Shit goes haywire. All right. So now we got the list here. Today's topic, first thing on the list, 3 things. There's 3 things I think it takes to get somewhere in life. Now, there's many skills you can have. There's a lot of routes you can take to be successful. And again, success is a term that a lot of people define in their own way. But in the broadened term for success, and in my opinion, I think these 3 things are the most important. It's imperative to have at least one of these 3 things. Best case scenario, you can have all 3, but again, having 1 or 2 of these things is also beneficial. So the first one is networking. Not everyone. Some people go to college, some people go to trade school, some people go straight from high school into the job field and they figure out what they want to do. But again, one of the most important things you can do is networking. Whether that be in high school, college, outside of school completely, I think networking is one of the most important things because you can not only find jobs, you can find opportunities, you can find so many things through networking. You can find friends. There's so much important things you can find through networking, and that's why it's one of the most important things. Now, second would be having money. Again, networking is important to be successful in life, but having money is another big one. If you have money, you can get places. People respect you more. People will allow you to do things that if you didn't have money, maybe they wouldn't let you do. And having that money allows you to invest into companies, create companies. If you have money that you can spend, you can almost always create wealth, right? If I have $1 billion, I might lose some of that, but there's almost 100% chance that I can create new businesses with that money just because I can invest it into so much different things. So many things I can invest into. Now, the last thing is having intelligence. So being super smart is obviously going to get you places in life. Being super smart's a great thing to have in life. You can learn a lot of things. You can learn skills. Just having overall intelligence is one of the best things to have. Now, if you can put those 3 things together, if you can have networking, money, and intelligence, that's the trio right there. That is the triple combo. That's exactly what you want. For me, that's the things I'm working for. Having all 3 of those things is something that I strive to do. I would consider myself a naturally talkative person. That's kind of why I created this entire podcast, just because I enjoy talking so much about random things. But I'd say networking is definitely one of my strong suits. And because I know on the list, I can see exactly what's on the list. I know that I'm probably going to put most of the quote-unquote eggs into my basket into networking because, again, I'm talkative. I like to communicate, and I enjoy talking to people. I've gotten pretty far in life thus far through networking. I've met a lot of great people. I've got a lot of good opportunities through networking. If I didn't network, I don't know where I'd be right now, but I know for sure networking has done wonders for me. It's really pushed me into the upper echelons of success, and I hope to continue that success and to network even more. But again, I've also been building my intelligence. Again, I'm trying to read more. I'm researching. I'm trying to do as much as I can, and making money comes with that. I feel like once I can become more intelligent, the money will start to come. The more skills I learn, the more skills I develop, and the more that I start to work at my craft, I feel that that's where the money will come. Now, next thing we're going to be talking about today, college and why is it correlated with intelligence? This is something I've never understood. I don't go to college. I was planning on it, but I feel that I already understand the path that I want to take to success. I already know what I'm passionate about. I know what I want to do in life. And so that's why I didn't need college. And now if I wanted to go to college, I would probably take an accounting class or a psychology class. 'Cause that's something that I'm interested in, but I'm just too busy as of right now to go to any schooling, at least traditional schooling. And what I see most people do is when I tell them I don't go to college, there's this negative connotation with it, and people assume that I lack intelligence, and that's why I don't go to college. And that's obviously not correct. Now, I wouldn't consider myself the most intelligent person, and especially I wouldn't consider myself intelligent in terms of schooling, traditional schooling. But people always try and correlate the two. And a lot of people, when they get done with school, they think that they're done learning, or they start to become stagnant in their process to becoming more intelligent, expanding their intellect. And those are things that I find so sad. There's so much opportunity out there in the world, and learning's such a fun thing, especially learning about things you're passionate about. And that's one reason why I didn't go to school. I don't like going to school. Obviously, I went to high school and middle school, but I know what I'm passionate about, and I want to explore the world specifically for those things that I'm passionate about, because I know I can learn. I pick up things fairly easily, especially if it's things that I can mimic. When I watch people do something, when I hear people talk, I can usually download that information into my mind and keep it there for storage. But I just never understood that how people want to stop learning after college. I feel that you should always be learning. Even if you're 90 years old, you should continue to learn, because it'll create new neural pathways. It's really, really good for cognitive function. It's great for your brain, and it'll keep you happy, in my opinion. Next thing on the list, choose friends wisely. Wow, did I goof up in my earlier days of life. Especially in high school, I was not hanging around the best crowd, and boy did it show. It's so interesting to see how much you can be affected by people. You don't even realize it. Subconsciously, you're being affected so much. Not only the people you hang out with, but again, the information that you're putting yourself onto, the things that you're watching. If you're watching TV, you're subconsciously downloading information, whether you like it or not. And again, friends are one of the biggest things that are going to influence you, because most people spend a lot of time with their friends, especially close friends. And that's why you want to choose your friends so wisely, because if you choose the wrong friends, then you're going to have a problem in life. You're going to come into some big problems, especially if those friends dabble in bad activities. It's just going to be a slow descent, and it's going to become even more and more problematic. And now I've really fixed myself. I try and spend my time as wisely as possible. I don't give my time out freely like I used to. I pick and choose the people that I want to hang out with. I pick and choose the time that I'm going to spend. And that's made all the difference. It's been huge for my improvements, and it's something that I put a lot of emphasis in. Next thing on the list, find older and wiser people and hang with them. That's one thing that I've done. Obviously, having a mentor, having multiple mentors has done a lot for me as well. I always encourage people to find more mature people, more successful people than them, because that will give you something to shoot for, and you can learn a lot. You can learn so much from people that are better than you. I always try and hang out with people that are better than me. I don't like hanging out with people that are worse than me, because then I'm just teaching them, they're not teaching me. Now again, even if someone that I would consider below me in terms of wanting success, I can still learn from them. But for the most part, I'm going to learn a lot from people that are older than me, more wise, more mature, more successful, have more things going for them. Those are the people that I want to stick around, because those are the people that I will learn from the most. I never thought that having mentors to influence you would be such a good thing, but I'm so happy I made that choice. I was never the kid that would really listen, and that's changed a lot. Now that I realize how important information is and how important paying attention is, especially to the right people, it's so important, and I'm so happy I've done it. Next thing on the list, why I don't want a 9 to 5. Now, 9 to 5 is not bad, and I expect that I'm going to be in a 9 to 5 at least for part of my life, and I understand that, and that's something that I don't necessarily want, but it's something I'm willing to do. Sacrifices have to be made, and that's something that I'm okay with. I want to be able to explore my passions and my hobbies, and I want to be free to develop even more of my skills. And I don't want to be stuck to a 9 to 5, because I feel that most people that are in 9 to 5s, and I don't want to be mean, I don't want to put a negative, I don't want to put a negative thing to this, but most people that are in 9 to 5s are usually average. They just want the average life, and I respect that. If that's what you want, that's completely fine. I like going above and beyond. I like learning more. I like becoming better every day. Every day is a new step for me to become better, and I want to be able to use my time however I want to. And with all that time that I'm going to have, hopefully, if I'm not working in 9 to 5, I'm going to be putting even more effort into building my skills and making more money. And that those are just things I'm passionate about.